I'm kind of leaning towards not really liking it right now. It's just so boring at this point. Actually healing them from the brink of death, like with your hands. Like, what do you mean? I am really struggling to get through this. I'm kind of losing it a little bit, losing it completely over this. Hi everyone, welcome to this week's video, which is part 2 of the 2025 reading finale. I'm gonna be totally honest, I'm getting worried. Not only do I have to do 48 hours this time round, I have to do 72 hours the next one, and I'm a bit worried because we've only got probably 3.5 weeks left of the month left, and let's just say I'm getting worried because it literally took me a week and a half to 2 weeks just to do 24 hours. I do have to admit though, it was very busy in terms of doing a lot of physical things where I wasn't actually able to read. Now that my son's first birthday is over and we're getting into the Christmas kind of spirit, I am probably going to be doing a lot more reading now, especially because I have a lot of things to prepare for. I need to get the house ready for Christmas. We're also going to be having guests at the end of this month and the start of next year, which is super exciting. I am so excited for it. If you don't know who the guests are, it's going to be Moni and Riley coming down from Queensland again. I'm so excited. However, the main thing that we're going to be doing is the reading, of course. So I will hopefully be finishing off the book that I continued in my last episode. That will be Empire of the Vampire. I don't know if you've been with me for a little bit, but I was really happy when I got this for my October TBR. Did I finish it in October TBR? Obviously not. So I at least want to finish it off this year. I am on page 370. This book has 718. I'm really liking this book. I don't know it's a 5-star yet, so I'm hoping to finish that book off sometime soon. And then I really want to get to Haunting Adeline, this 48-hour challenge. But right now, I really want to just get straight into it because we're running out of time. I have some cleaning to do. As you can see, my background is messy and we've got a lot of things to do. But first, let's set up that timer. I was gonna accidentally do 45 hours. 48 hours right there. Okay, 48 hours, let's start. It's been a couple of days since I did a last update. Been a little bit busy with appointments and getting things set up. As you can tell, we're currently in the middle of doing our Christmas tree. We're currently 39 hours and 38 minutes left to go in this 48-hour timer. So we're nearly at 10 hours in. This is gonna be a lot harder than I thought. I was struggling with the 24-hour challenge and I am really struggling with this one, but we're gonna get there. I still have so many books I want to finish off for this year, so up the pace. We gotta get more reading in. I need to make sure that by the 25th or the 24th of December, so by Christmas, we need to have all of the hours done. It is currently the 7th of December right now. So I need to think about this strategically now. Onto the books. We are getting very close to finishing off Empire of the Vampire. This is how far we've got left. We are really close. I'm so excited. It is getting super good. I was hovering around a 4 stars, but it's definitely getting closer to a 5. And depending on how it ends, it might even be a 6-star. Feels crunch time, especially with the chapter that I just read. Oh my gosh. Wow. Crazy. So I will be listening to the audiobook later today and finishing this off today. So then also on my Kindle, we're currently reading You Can Run by Stephanie Hazelton. I'm 57% of the way through now because I've just been reading it when I wake up or in between I have time, and I can just quickly pick up my phone or my Kindle and just read a little bit. But I don't know how I feel about it. It's definitely tense, but it's not huge in that aspect, and the character is understandable all the paranoia she feels, and I don't know, I feel like I'm just not vibing with the story. It's nothing bad. I think it's just like how it's written, like it's not really grasping me. I'm not really connected with the main female character and what she's feeling. I do like how it does have multiple POVs. It does seem like a palette cleanser, something really quick to kind of like read. I am interested to see how it goes, but I'm still on the fence. I don't know if I like it, but I don't know if I am just not really liking it. But yeah, we'll see. Good morning. It is the next day. Let's do an update regarding books. We are currently at 34 hours and 49 minutes left. I don't know, guys. I am struggling. I am really struggling to get through this. So I finished off Empire of the Vampire yesterday. I'm gonna give it a 5 stars. It was really good. It felt like a slug, but it was a good slug. Like, I wasn't bored. I was in the story. I still wanted to know what was happening, but it was just taking a while for the main action to happen. Not that there wasn't any action still before that. There was still heaps of things that was happening and all that stuff, and then about like around the middle the twists started happening, and then they just kept happening, and then you start putting 2 and 2 together, and it's just I was thinking that it was like either gonna be a 4.75 or a 5, but then I thought about it. I'm like, earlier in the book I cried, and then my heart was ripped out near the end of the book, and some twists got me so bad, so it has to be a 5 star. And I am very excited to start the next one in the new year. I'm not doing it this year. Not doing it these next couple of weeks, okay? I need a little break from this one. That book took me so long to finish off. I was reading that book in October and it's December, so that's quite funny, but you know, it is what it is. Then I started this book physically yesterday. I'm at page 100, The House on the Bora Bora Lane, on Goodreads. I actually am part of an Australian group, and this Australian group does often like monthly book club. They often do like yearly challenges, season challenges, like you name it, they do all these different types of challenges. I started 3 yearly challenges at the start of this year, and I'm slowly getting through all these books I need to read. Hence kind of the reason why I'm doing this. I need to get those books done so I can finish the challenge. When I say it's instant attraction, I don't normally mean it in a good way. When I mention it, I don't know how to explain it. It's like very pushy instant attraction, if that makes sense. Also, the place that she moved to has like 86 people living in that town, so everybody knows everyone's very small town vibes. It's not too bad. There is horses in it, and if you know me, I absolutely adore horses. I love them so much. I've always loved them as a kid. So whenever there's a book or a movie that's got horses, I'm instantly more into it. I know it's a bias of mine, but I don't care. It's okay. I'm not expecting it to kind of blow my mind, but you never know. I haven't touched the Kindle book yet. I am saving that for a little bit. Because I finished off Empire of the Vampire, I have started Haunting Adeline. I've read Satan's Affair, and I really enjoy Satan's Affair. Took me by surprise that I adored it that much. I gave Satan to Fair 5-star, and I don't normally give novellas 5 stars, so I've just started it. I'm not like far in. I'm at page 26, and I'm definitely intrigued but also a bit confused. Yeah, so just started it. I've heard it's great, but who knows, I might end up loving this book. We shall see. If I love Satan's Affair, I mean, it's a possibility. I know I can complete 48 hours, but this is going to be difficult to get through 72. I'm still going to try, but I'm losing hope, you guys. I'm losing hope. But I am gonna stop talking because I need to just get reading. So we're just gonna get into it. So I will see you guys later. Alright, it's been a bit. We're still in the same day. We are currently at 30 hours and 44 minutes left. I feel like I'm losing my mind. We haven't even hit the 20s yet. We're so close, but we haven't even hit the 20s yet. We haven't even hit 24 hours. What was I thinking? Anyway, I have been doing some stuff around the house, some chores, and we're about this way, probably like halfway, just over halfway, one of them, of Hunting Adeline. So we are getting close to finishing that. I don't know what I'm gonna read after I finish this audiobook. We'll see what happens after I finish it. But now that I am around halfway, I like it. Does that say something? I don't know. But apparently I'm a dark romance girly. That's just how it is. It is actually really good. I really like how it's all coming together. But I have to say there is a couple things in here that is a bit questionable. But in my brain, it checks out because he's protecting her. So I don't know. It checks out in the story. In real life, that'd be a bit weird, I would say, and terrifying if that was real life. But because it's fiction, it's okay. But what I'm really, really interested in is about the great-grandma. That is so cool. I'm loving that. I like how there's a mystery element within this, and it's just trudging alongside the entire story. And I love the journal entries. That's so cool. I am really impressed with this book. Lights Out was a little bit different because the plot was coming out a little bit more after, but it seems like there's multiple plots happening here. There is what Zaid does, and then the mystery element with the great-grandma, and the whole romance aspect, and all the threats and all those things. So it really does kind of encapsulate you in many different ways, and it's really great. I am actually really enjoying it thoroughly, actually. I am probably gonna take a little break from reading, maybe like half an hour, I don't know, from audiobook, and I might physically read a book. I'm not 100% sure. I kind of want to finish off the Kindle book. I don't know yet. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna take like maybe 15-30 minute break and get back into it. I will see you then. I am literally at that point where I see no end to this. There's no light. It's just dark tunnel. I'm kind of losing it a little bit. We have finally hit the 20s. It is 28 hours and 53 minutes left to go. I don't even know what I've updated you guys with. It's been at least over 24 hours since I had picked up a book. I had a lot of things to do yesterday. There was a lot of vaccinations for Zeke that we needed to get done, and the poor little man is teething at the moment really badly, so he's sick and has a little bit of a fever. Now with the vaccination recovery to work on, and it's been a bit busy these last 24 hours, and I just didn't even want to look at a book. I have no idea what I've updated you guys with. I'm just going to do like a quick full update, but I do know that I have started a new book because I finished one book, so we'll go through that now. So The House on Borrower Lane, I haven't touched this since. I am thinking about reading a little bit this morning before Zeke wakes up. When he will wake up, I don't know. But even if I get a chapter in, that's amazing. I am about over halfway now with Haunting Adeline. Really enjoying this book so far. I'll probably give you a bit more of an update later, but I'm definitely enjoying it. I really am enjoying this one. It's kind of weird to admit that you are a dark romance girly because you like these things, but then I like them in fiction. I don't like them in real life, so I have to keep reminding myself that this is purely fiction based. In real life I would not like it in one bit, so I gotta keep that in mind. But I'm really liking the book. I can't wait until we get to a certain point to meet a certain character. I'm so excited to see her again, so that is going to be awesome. I ended up finishing You Can Run by Stephanie Stephanie Hazelton. I gave it a 3 stars. It was pretty good for a quick read that was a palate cleanser. I liked the mystery element, the different point of views, especially the stalker's point of view. That was pretty good. I really enjoy that whole aspect of going into the point of view of the villain or the stalker or the serial killer and all these things. So that was pretty cool. Gives that portrayal of how a person can have these ideologies that they're completely obsessed with and believe wholeheartedly, and to see that point of view compared to like an average person is very wild, and I love that stuff. It is quite a quick read, and it's the female character Ivy irked me sometimes only because some of the choices she does is a bit questionable. The whole, I don't know, some of the characters, some of the things that they do is a little bit questionable in my brain, but as a quick palate cleanser, pretty good. So because I finished off You Can Run, I did look on Kindle Unlimited because I was not picking up a book after that. I do have this book in physical form, and that is Siren by Kira Cass. So I've had this book on my TBR for a very long time. I think after I started reading the selection series, I bought it. So it's been maybe 2 years. I don't really like it so far. Granted, I'm only like 38 pages in chapter 4. That's where I'm at. But I don't like it. The whole plot or the whole aspect of the siren is pretty unique. I love that. I love the whole situation with the ocean, and I love the whole situation with the sirens and why they're sirens and how they become sirens. I love that, but for some reason the writing in this book, I don't like the main female character. I'm not sure why I'm feeling that way. Is it just my tastes have changed? Is it the written aspect? The more I read, the less specific books that I like, or I don't know. So far, storyline, not liking it. Written, the writing style, not liking it. I'm hoping it gets better, but already I don't want to read it. I am actually having a little bit of a block with this one, so I will have to slowly read this Kindle book. I'll probably read it before bed or here and there, like at appointments and things like that when I can, with, you know, a 1-year-old. But yeah, I'm honestly very disappointed in this one. I was really looking forward to it. Yes, I will keep reading this one. I feel like I'm enjoying this one a lot better than the siren. Yeah, I'm gonna start reading this book. Hopefully, my goodness, we can hit 24 hours left. I am crawling towards this ending and I'm just losing my mind just a tad. So hopefully the next time I update you guys, it will be less than 24 hours left. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'll see you soon. So I will confess, I have been doing a lot of off-camera reading. Why I have been doing that? Well, I've just been way too busy to actually pick up the camera. I have been reading, I just haven't been bothered to show that I've been reading. So we are currently now at 10 hours and 55 minutes left. So I have done quite a decent chunk of the timer. We still have a lot to go, but we are so close. We are so close to finishing. So I am going to hopefully finish this off by tomorrow night, which is Saturday tomorrow. And that way I can get started on 72 hours tomorrow or Sunday. However, we have a lot of chit-chatting to do. I have actually completed multiple books in that time and have started a new book and also restarted a new book. So let's just get straight into that update. I gave it a 1.5 stars. It was okay in the beginning, and then the romance was so back and forth that it was just ridiculous at that point, and the whole plot, it was just very rushed and it was just not good. The male character also really annoyed me also, and then it just felt like the author just kept on putting plot twists but like not good ones. You know how like the author will give you little like hints or little crumbs throughout? It just felt like at a certain point the author just started just putting out all these plots and they weren't making sense and they were just out of thin air, like anything regarding it. So that really irked me. Thoroughly disappointed in this book. Next, we finished off Haunting Adeline. I gave this 5 stars. I loved the ending. I loved meeting my favorite character. She is just so cute and amazing. You probably know who she is if you've read Satan's Affair, but I absolutely love her and it was so cool to see her in this book, and I'm really hoping she's in the next one, but I'm not 100% sure. So I was really excited to see her again. There was multiple different plots going on at the same time, but you were thoroughly invested in all of them. You were invested in the romance mystery, you were invested in what Z does, you were invested in the whole situation with the grandma, and I just loved all the bits and pieces. I am very excited to start Haunting Adeline in New Year. There are 2 books that I have started and completed. One of them was the Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. I really liked this book. I gave it a 3.75 stars. I think it was super cute. I really enjoyed the 2 main characters. There was like a little bit of miscommunication, but like that is quite normal for a lot of romances anyway, especially these types of rom-coms. And I really enjoyed the town too. The town was just hilarious to me. I read it as an audiobook on Spotify, so I was really enjoying it after Haunting Adeline. I like how there was also a subplot of a little mystery happening. I really enjoy when it's not just focused on the romance, if there are other points happening at the same time. It really makes the book a bit more interesting. Like, yes, you're there for the romance and everything, but if there isn't something happening and it's just the romance, you'll just get bored of it. The second one that I started and read completely is one of the 3 books in this book, which was Waltzing with the Earl by Catherine Tinley. There is still a bookmark because I haven't read the other 2 books, and I believe they're both in a series, which I have a couple of those books as well stashed away somewhere. What was really interesting about reading this specific book was that I've read this book before and I completely forgot that I read it. I read it I think a couple of years ago and I had forgotten completely that I read this book. So it was such a surreal feeling of just reading this book and then getting to some points I'm like, I know this. I gave that specific book a 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I love historical romances. It's one of my favorite genres and I absolutely loved it. It was so cute. I have not read a historical romance in such a long time and it was so good to finally get that palate cleanser. Even though it was technically a reread, I really enjoyed it. Most of the stuff I completely forgot about. It was really good to have like that refresher. There was a specific character in that book though that the author kind of made it too much of a childlike in an adult form. She would chuck like really bad tantrums. Okay, so those are all the completed books. Now let's get on to books that I'm currently on. So firstly, The Siren. I mentioned a little bit of this book previously. I've read I think a chapter or 2 more. I'm still not really liking it. It's kind of hard to get through. Then I have now started L'Oreal. I'm so excited to start this book now. I have been meaning to start this book for 2 years and it wasn't even like a whole I was procrastinating it. It wasn't a whole avoidance. It was just I was never getting to it, but I really wanted to and I'm so excited. I have gotten to a point where we've actually met the main characters very briefly in the first book and I was like so happy about it. I was like, oh my goodness. It was so nice to like see them again. I'm definitely sad already. Like, Garth, what are you doing making me feel sad for L'Oreal already as a 14-year-old? Like, why are you doing this to me? Making me feel so sad for her in like 2 chapters. So I am so excited to continue with this book. I'm not going to talk too much about this book because obviously it is a second book. It would be a lot of spoiler. So far, not much has happened in this book. I'm still quite early on and there's like a whole chunk to go, but I'm super excited for what's going to happen. The last book that I have started, I've technically restarted it. I started this book maybe like a couple months ago, and it is such a large book and a high fantasy. I thought about it and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to restart it again. I really need to just have it in one go, and that is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I'm not going to be talking much about this one in this video. I will give you an update where I'm at here and there. I'll be doing an actual video with full spoilers individually for this specific book, so you can check that out when it comes out in the future. However, right now I am on page 95 and I'm on chapter 6. Okay, so that is the full update of where I'm currently at. It feels so long. I thought having like a full 24 hours was long. 48 hours is so hard and I can't even imagine 72. But we're not gonna dwell, we're just gonna keep going forward. So maybe I can get a couple hours in tonight and then I could finish it up tomorrow, which would be the goal. That would be amazing. I'm gonna stop yapping and I'm just gonna get reading. So I will see you later. We've got 4 hours and 21 minutes left of this 48 challenge. 48 hour reading challenge. 20. And as much as I would love to finish this off, just continue reading, I'm not gonna be able to do that because I need to rest to take care of my kids. So I will be reading maybe for another hour or two tonight and then I'll finish it off tomorrow morning. I have finished The Siren. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna rate this. I really didn't like it, but I didn't hate it. It's interesting, I've been wanting to read this book for a long period of time too. And I think I've only got maybe 2 more books left of Kira Cass. And then I might have read all of her books. I'm not sure, which I've never done that before. I've not completed all books from one author yet. And I think I might give it 2. I think 2 stars. Like, it's not the worst, but then it's not the best. I think that's, yeah, I'm gonna give it 2 stars. So I have been predominantly listening to Laurel as an audiobook. From what the audiobook says, I've got 3 hours and 50 minutes left. I should be able to finish off this book whether I'm reading or audiobooking. So I'll probably read like a chapter of The Way of Kings, and those chapters are pretty long. And that will finalize this 48 hours. And I'll probably either update you later tonight or in the morning where I'm at and how much I've got left. Anyway, I'm just gonna start reading. We just finished L'Oreal. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. It was really good. I was not expecting what happened to happen. I wasn't expecting that. I saw hints. I should have realized, but I saw hints. Cliffhanger. Woohoo! I don't have this next book. Very good. Really, really good. I love the dual POV and the additional POV as well. That was awesome. I love that. I love the addition to the animal sidekick also. That was great. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen in the next book, which is the abortion, and now it makes sense. So now we've got 11 minutes and 55 seconds left. It's okay, we're nearly done. So I am currently in my spare room so I can finish off these last 12 minutes. We're gonna read a couple pages of The Way of Kings, and then that is going to finalize the timer of the 48 hours. So let's just get reading.
48 hours. I'm gonna take a very quick break and I'm probably gonna get started straight away on 72 hours. I'm running out of time. That concludes the 48 hours. I hope you enjoyed this video and watching me slowly descend into madness, which you'll probably get to see a lot more in the next video, so which will be the final part of this 3-part series. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy reading, everybody. Bye!